All right, Steve Says Boom fans, I know what you're saying right now. You're saying this. Where have you been? We've been waiting for you. I've been sort of busy. I've had some stuff going on, personal, and it sort of pulled me away from my content and stuff like that. That's not really important right now. What's important right now is I have something to talk about. Something that's been rattling my cage now for a couple of days. This is my fourth attempt to film this segment. I've been unable to do it properly because I became too angry. And basically I was screaming at the camera with fury. And I was like, that's not what I want to portray. So here I am again. What am I talking about? I recently went on a road trip. Any of you guys from Torpedo Comics, you followed me on the road trip. Went from Las Vegas all the way to New York and back. And I had some time to catch up on some reading. And what I caught up on was some Guardians of the Galaxy. I read the Guardians of the Galaxy hardcovers from Bendis, Jerry Dugan, Cates. I also read two soft covers here, Black Vortex, and also read Infinity Countdown. I also read the brand new little soft cover covering issues 1 through 6 of the brand new Al Ewing series, which is right up to date. So I want to share some of my thoughts with you on this, because usually I'm talking about old stuff that happened 10, 20, 30 years ago. You know how I feel about that. But this material here is quite contemporary. So let's start with the first thing that I realized right away, the first thing that I could feel from reading this. I never realized how powerful Earth had become. If you are an alien race, civilization, or you are some sort of super alien being with villainous intentions, if you come to Earth, you stand no chance. No powers or abilities that you have can survive us. Someone from S.H.I.E.L.D., or Captain Marvel, or Angela, or the X-Men, they're going to trounce you in seconds. When I read this book, the Bendis version of Guardians, and the way Bendis had Thanos lumbering around like a brainless brute, trying to fight off all of Earth's heroes with his fists. Is that all he learned? Did he do his research? He says in that issue there in the editorial in the back that he had read the 1970s Jim Starlin stuff. Did he pick up anything from that? That wasn't Thanos. I don't know who that was. Someone needs to retcon that away immediately and pretend that was Deadpool or something. And I only wonder, when I read that, I was like, whoa, is that Thanos? That wasn't the Thanos that I know. That very subtle evil genius that when need be can crush your skull with his bare hands. But 9 times out of 10, he's already 16 moves ahead of you. He'll have some sort of other device or some way of killing you, wiping you out, destroying your planet, or forcing you to accede to his wishes. Not that. Brian Michael Bendis basically ruined that character, made him into an absolute idiot. So, the funny thing is, in the same issue, the same hardcover, Thanos has teamed up with these other empires, the Chitauri and the Brood, and they're all defeated by Angela, just a woman with a sword. Galactic empires, and in the end, she announces to them via comms, don't come to Earth. If you annoy me, I will find you and destroy every single one of you. So what's the point of writing anything cosmic if all we have to do is just call Angela? Angela now is basically the Superman of Earth 2. Totally invincible. And just in case, just in case you get all the Celestials and the Living Tribunal and all the Elders of the Universe, together, and they're just about holding their own, Captain Marvel can come in and just knock them all out. There's no sense of wonder out there in the universe. There's no fear for anything, any characters on Earth. I don't understand the Marvel editorial and the writers. Why are they writing like that? Don't they realize they're destroying any sense of wonder out there? Stan Lee, Stan and Jack in the day would always have, every now and again, a sort of a humbling issue, especially in the Fantastic Four, just to showcase how, out of our depth we were in the universe. So there was always these threats that at any time could come to Earth, and only the ingenuity of our superhero teams could fight them off with luck and maybe terrible sacrifice. So made it so interesting. Now, take a look at S.H.I.E.L.D. I couldn't believe what I was reading about S.H.I.E.L.D. They have abilities and powers. They can crush anything they want to. They're basically a world fascist organization, looking at everyone, tracking everyone, using nanobites to control people. What is that? You just got to take a look at the staff who are working at Marvel, whatever it is. They're all sort of slightly, left-wing, like hippies. But they created this fascist organization called S.H.I.E.L.D. You poke your head up 10 seconds, whoosh, off you go. You're going to go to a jail in the negative zone? There's no wonderment anymore. That's a scary Earth that they've created. Maybe it's because I haven't read that universe in a long time that it came out at me like that. I'm sort of curious if anyone out there has recognized the same things that I'm recognizing. It's not enjoyable to me to see, the building of a huge galactic empire comes to Earth after 10 billion years of all sorts of improvements. And then within 5 seconds, S.H.I.E.L.D. has a special character here that can, create volcanoes in their eyes. Anyway, the Gerry Duggan, All New Adventures of Guardians, I enjoyed that. More subtle. I loved the story there with Gamora, the little mystery. Did not like this story here, this Black Vortex, because I had to read some issues of the X-Men, and I just cannot abide them. I cannot abide them. Ugh, terrible. I did read the Infinity Countdown, which is also interesting. And I also read this story here, which goes back to what happened to the original Nova, Richard Rider, in the Cancerverse, which sort of goes back to the Abnett and Lanning era. But anyway, I read a lot. This was a lot of reading. This was many hours. And when I left, I was left with a terrible taste in my mouth. Basically, it made me want to not read anymore, to have no interest. This new group of writers, I don't know what it is. I don't know where their mindset's coming from. But slowly but surely, they're creating this governmental controlled world. There's no need to have superheroes anymore. You just have S.H.I.E.L.D. They inject you with some nanobites, tell you, now you can go to the toilet now. If I was a writer, there's plenty of ideas. I have to shake up this boat. I would tear so much stuff down. I would make the universe a scary place for us again. There'd be no arrogance. Angela would not be going out there and threatening 3 entire universes. And S.H.I.E.L.D. would be in big trouble. I would try and bring back that wonderment. But it seems that there's no one there working at Marvel that's in sync as me. When I met Dan Slott, I explained a lot of my thoughts to him. And he understood. He's a Marvel zombie. Guy's hardcore. He understood. But he hasn't shown me anything yet which shows the power and majesty of the universe and how we are just tiny little things in it. Right now, we are the most powerful beings in the entire multiverse. And anyone who sniffs out of place will be slapped down by us. It doesn't matter if it's all of the Asgardian gods, we'll slap you down. The Olympian gods, we'll grab Zeus by his beard and break him in half. All the Celestials charging together, boom, slapped together, put in jail. Negated. You know. Or Galactus, furious, oh, head cut off. Or, if you can remember that notorious issue from all those years ago, he could get turned into a regular guy and go to a bar and have a drink. All right. Please let me know if I am just speaking on my own. Is this just a lone voice and am I out of the loop? Am I just that old crotchety fogey that has to get on with the new way things are done? Or are some of you out there sort of like, well, wait a minute, yes, I get where he's going. I know what he's saying. Why am I buying this stuff? Curious. So anyway, please leave some comments for me because I want to see if I am the only person that's feeling this way. I'm really curious. Boom.